stuck up. I'm just selective. That's when my ex-boyfriend came to me and was like, yeah, you literally gotta choose. And I was like, I'm gonna choose her. And when I have certain life events to happen, there's a certain crowd that comes with that life event and they give me congratulations, and I call that the fake congratulations. If you could tell your younger self one thing, what would it be? Don't go to college. It was the moment that we were all waiting for. Me too. Okay, hey journeys, where y'all been? It's Uneak and I'm back with another video. So today I wanted to come and bring y'all 21 juicy questions about me. It's been about 10 months since we did a Q&A on my channel, and I was like, baby, it is time, okay? So if y'all interested in learning a little bit more about me, then definitely stay tuned. Okay, so I'm not gonna even hold y'all. I love y'all to death, but anytime I ask y'all for questions on the Instagram story or in the comments, I don't get enough questions. So I had to reach out to my bestie ChatGPT for these questions because, baby, I ain't got time to be waiting, okay? So we do have 5 categories, and the last category is a wild card question. So y'all make sure y'all stay to the end of the video so y'all can hear how wild it's gonna get. All right, so the very first section is going to be about my personal life and experiences. Question number 1, what is one major life lesson you've learned in the past year? I would say one major life lesson that I have learned in the past year was definitely to bet on myself. I feel like I can be very hesitant to, you know, take risks, go all in, really just trust my own gifts, talents, and abilities to take me far. I can kind of doubt that sometimes, and so in the past year I feel like I've learned to bet on myself a little bit more. I found that like I would be reaching out for different opportunities and I will always get rejection, and I'll be like, I'm qualified, I'm experienced, I know how to do these things, I have amazing skills, why do I keep getting rejected? I felt like everything that was outside of myself that I was reaching for just kept rejecting me. And so in the past year, betting on myself has definitely been a really big life lesson. While I feel like I'm not all the way there yet, I definitely feel like I'm getting better with taking more risk and also just believing in myself. And so yeah, just having that confidence is just really important to have. Otherwise you'll be waiting around for a yes when you can just create the yes for yourself. Second question, what's something people assume about you that isn't true? Something that people assume about me that's not true is that I'm stuck up. I'm not stuck up. I'm just selective about what I engage with, what I don't engage with, who I engage with, who I don't engage with. I'm a very nice person as it relates to decision making. I don't always go with the masses or what's popular. I'm the type of person that I wait around for things to become unpopular for me to kind of like dive into them. I'm not really into trends or anything like that, but also I do carry myself in a way, just this somethingness about me that people can't really grasp on. So I found that when I was in school and coming up, people would always say like, oh, you think you're better than us, give the perception that I was a stuck-up person, but I don't necessarily find that to be true. I think I'm very down to earth. I just have a certain pride about myself, and there's also a somethingness about me that just exudes naturally, that I'm not really necessarily making it do that, it just does it, and that's not something that's beyond my control, and it can kind of be perceived as me thinking that I'm better than, which isn't true. Question number 3, if you could relive one moment from your 20s, what would it be? I feel like the best era in my 20s was the beginning of 2019, 24 going into 25. Something about that girl. Y'all gonna keep hearing me talk about that girl. I don't know what it was about that girl. It was something about her. I can't put my finger on it. I don't know where she at, where she gone, but that was my rider. She was in her yellows, she was in her hot pink, she was in her bright colors. I really loved that era for me. I felt like it was a very bold era. I was stepping into my own. I was going into my Saturn return just really strong, really level-headed, and I had did a lot of work on myself in the past years before that. There was some really hard and trying times, but I felt like that was the time in my life where I really could blossom. And if I didn't have that coming of age or coming into myself moment, I don't think that I could be the person that I am today and have got the blessings and the beautifulness of life that I experience today if I didn't make certain decisions when I was 24 going on 25 for my life. When y'all release stuff that do not serve you no more, baby, and when you step into your own, baby, and there is no stopping you. And so a lot of y'all are seeing the fruition of all the work that I did when I was 24, 25, and that's really what brought me to this Unique. And without that girl, I would not be me. I would not be me. So yeah, that was an era and that was a time, baby. So number 4, what's a belief you used to have that you have outgrown? A belief that I used to have was around, oh my god, y'all, I don't know about y'all, but I grew up in church. I was the MK, so we had all these strict rules about saving yourself for marriage. That is something that I do not believe in, and I also question it coming up. I feel like it really hindered me being able to really come to my own as it relates to sexuality, sensuality. It kept me really held back. It kept me stuck, and a lot of those things like still impact me to this day. But I think that the mental belief that being in touch with those feminine intricacies as a woman is not something that's deemed as sinful, it's not deemed as something that's wrong. God isn't going to be mad at you for expressing that part of yourself. And I think that growing up in a church and growing up in a really strict church environment, it definitely hindered all that I could have stepped into like really fully as it relates to sexuality and sensuality due to the narratives and teachings that they imposed on women. And I don't know, I just felt like it wasn't the same expectation from women that it was from guys, and I just didn't like that at all. So that was something that I had to really unlearn, and I'm still kind of dealing with a lot of the ramifications of those teachings and unlearning those things and relearning and not beating myself up about those parts about myself, masking those parts about myself, or trying to suppress those parts of myself down, because I feel like when I do that, I'm not my most ultimate confident self. The root chakra is not activated properly, the sacral chakra is not activated properly. So yeah, purity culture is a belief that I had to rid out of my life, literally for the betterment of my sex life, my sexuality, and my sensuality. All of that was just on the line, and I could not continue to live like that. So that is definitely a belief that I no longer resonate with. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below as it relates to the whole like religious celibacy journey, purity culture, saving yourself a marriage thing, because it no longer resonates with me. But if it's somebody out there who is on that journey and you find that it's been helpful for you, let us know about your experience in the comments, because we want to know. All right, so this is the last question under the personal life and experiences section. Number 5, have you ever had a this is my sign moment that changed your life? Yeah, I would say that when I was in high school, I was in a really bad car accident, and I feel like when I was in that car accident, it really challenged me to slow down, because at that time in my life, I literally was just living in the fast lane, no pun intended. I felt like nothing could stop me. I was in the height of my prime. Anything I wanted to do, I could do it. I didn't stick to no rules. I didn't want to hear nothing nobody had to say. Whatever it is that I wanted to do, I was all in for it, baby. Being in a car accident, it really slowed me down a lot, because I couldn't like bust moves in a way that I wanted to. And the reason why I say that it changed my perspective is it really helped me to get, I don't know if y'all know, but I'm on the Aries Taurus cusp. And so Aries is a fiery, passionate energy, and due to that, it can kind of make you want to move fast. And in order for me to step into my Taurus nature a little bit more, to be a little more grounded and take my time with life, the car accident was pivotal and symbolic of me slowing down. It also was a warning sign for me about some of the connections that I had, the people that I was talking to. Like, I feel like the person that I was going to see, it was trying to stop me from seeing them. So I was in a car accident before I could get to them, because they weren't meant to be like my person anymore. They weren't meant to be in my life. That put things into huge perspective for me at that time. And so I just feel like I just take my time a little bit more when it comes to things, and I do kind of go back and forth with like the moving fast, but I would say overall I'm a lot better with how I'm moving. Like, I really don't be in these streets, okay? And a car accident will definitely wake you up and make you feel like you cannot be in these streets. Okay, y'all, so that's the first section. Let's go into the next one. This section is going to be about love and relationships, so let's get into it. Number 6, what's your love language, and do you feel like it has changed over time? From my perspective, I feel like it's quality time, but my partner perceives that it's acts of service. I don't know, I feel like quality time and acts of service do kind of intertwine in a certain way. But the reason why I say quality time is because I like to be up under you. I like sharing company. I like sharing space. That's why I said quality time for me. But as it relates to acts of service, yeah, I do like people doing stuff for me or like showing up for me in a certain way. Maybe it's just a trait from me being the youngest. To be honest, y'all, I don't really realize how important that is to me. I really haven't taken note on it or like really noticed that it was really important to me in that kind of way. I definitely would deem like quality time to be the most important. And what I say is changed over time. Yeah, definitely, because I feel like there was a time in my life where I preferred words of affirmation more and physical touch more. But I think that it really just depends on the season of life that you're in at the time. And so I think that now that my schedule is not as busy and I just feel like I got all this free time on my hand, I kind of want to spend more time with like my people and have my people around. But I don't know, you just gotta give and take essentially when it comes to love languages. Just remember that the way that you like to be loved is not the way that your friend, your family member, or your partner may like to be loved. And so you got to have an understanding of what their love language is, and if that's something that don't come second nature to you, just be actively trying to be better about it. Because I know for me, I will always like love people in a way that I wanted them to love me back. So gift giving was a big one, and like giving money and showering people in those type of ways, or like picking up the tab, so on and so forth. And I feel like I'm not in that energy no more, because other things in my life is just way more important than doing stuff like that. So I feel like whatever season of life you're in is when a certain love language will be more prominent. And I feel like personally, I'm in a quality time season. The person you with could be perceiving it differently. So that's always about communication, of course, and talking with them and seeing where you guys stand, because the person that they met and like the love language that you needed at that time of your life could be so different. And so that's why it's so important for y'all to do check-ins and everything like that, because I know I go in and out of all of the love languages. For sure, I've definitely had periods in my life where I've experienced every single one of them in some type of way. Number 7. What's the best piece of relationship advice you've ever received? My spiritual mentor, she told me don't take breadcrumbs. I didn't even know I was taking breadcrumbs until like way after the fact, child. Don't take breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs is like the bare minimum that somebody can give you, and it can kind of like just leads you on this trail, but they'll never give you a whole loaf of bread, basically. So that was the best relationship advice I ever got, and it went way over my head when I got it. It took years for me to click it, but yeah, that was the best. Number 8, have you been in love with 2 people at the same time? And love is crazy, but I've definitely had feelings for 2 people at the same time multiple times. So let me tell you how. Basically, I would say that, what was my first child? Okay, middle school and high school don't count, but let me tell you, I've definitely liked multiple people at once, and I've definitely talked to multiple people at once. But I only liked and talked to multiple people at once when the person that I really was feeling was talking to somebody else. So it was like get back. However, when I was in college, I was in this weird like in-between space with breaking up with my ex-boyfriend, and I started talking to this new girl. And so we were like trying to figure out how we were going to rekindle our relationship, but I ended up just going ahead and started talking to other people and like seeing what my options were. When everything transpired on my YouTube, that's when my ex-boyfriend came to me and was like, yeah, you literally gotta choose. And I was like, I'm gonna choose her. So that was the first time where I would say as an adult I had feelings for 2 people at the same time. But being in love is crazy. I don't know if I can be in love with 2 people at the same time. I know I can definitely be in love with one, love another, like another. But in love with 2 people at the same time, I don't know if I had a capacity. I don't know if I had a capacity to be in love with 2 people at the same time. But I can definitely love somebody and really like somebody a lot simultaneously. After that experience, I try to ease up on having multiple feelings at the same time, but it be really difficult because there's always something in another person that the current person that you're with don't have. So when you're constantly seeking to feel like different voids that specific people don't have, or they don't reach or meet for you, and then you find someone else who has that thing but they don't have the other thing, you can kind of get twisted in all these like love webs and love triangles, which I don't recommend, because people get hurt and it be really hard to, at least for me, it's really hard to articulate my heart and my feelings and my emotions and how I move in those feelings and those emotions when there's two people that pique my interest at once. I know that moving forward, just in the place that I am in my life right now and like how much I care about my partner, I just want to be as ethical as possible. Every time that I had feelings for multiple people at once, there was always some information that was withheld. I felt like it was a hard jab on my relationships because I would withhold information to protect feelings. So I would say moving forward, I just want to be as honest as possible. If a feeling like that ever came up for me again, where I was into two people at the same time and like two people at the same time, I just need to tell both people that that's how I'm feeling and see how it is that they wish to proceed, because I don't ever want to be in a position where I take away the opportunity for that person to choose if they want to move forward with me or not. So yeah, I can definitely like and love somebody simultaneously, or be really into somebody simultaneously while I'm in a very like committed relationship, but I cannot see myself being in love with two people at the same time. I just don't got space energetically to be able to navigate that or juggle it in my life. So that was a good one. What's one thing that instantly gives you the ick? Bathrooms. I think they're disgusting. Number 10, do you believe in soulmates? Why or why not? Of course I do. So the reason why I believe in soulmates, because it be so many things that be happening in my life, y'all, as it relates to connections. And I'm not just talking about in a romantic way. It could be friends, it could be associates, it could just be time and place. I feel like you can have multiple soulmates in a lifetime. And the reason why I say this is because it be certain stuff that just align in a specific way in my life that you really cannot make this up. You have to be in my life on a consistent basis to even see like a hint of what I be talking about. Sometimes words can't even articulate how a connection can reveal itself. Every person is brought to your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, and soulmates is definitely a reason, even if they don't always make a lifetime. So yeah, I definitely believe in soulmates, twin flames, all that stuff. Okay, y'all, let's get into the next section. It is career and content creation. Career is crazy. I would never have a career. I think I have a calling, but a career is crazy. I have no desire to climb a corporate ladder or be in a job forever. That also gives me the ick. That should have been my ick question. Corporate ladder. Number 11. What's been your proudest moment as a content creator? Ooh, I think my proudest moment as a content creator was hitting 1 million views on a video. That was crazy. Number 12. What's one thing you wish you knew before starting YouTube? I wish that I knew that I would end up being something totally different from where I started. I wish I could see the 30-year-old me on YouTube and just start from there. I would have quit school way sooner. I would have not took on a whole bunch of jobs that I really didn't like. I would have went all in on my YouTube channel and just let YouTube be one of my things. But I would have also started my spirituality channel a lot sooner than I did, because it can bring forth a lot of abundance for me and a lot of clarity for me, and also internal fulfillment that I don't feel like my main channel brings. And so I wish I would have not waited so long to get that off the ground and get that going. I wish that this channel was way more automated, that I didn't have to make everything, put it out, and just constantly be on it. I want this channel to run itself, being able to batch more content and have stuff just in the queue and waiting to go out, and all I have to do is make a story like, hey y'all, I posted, send a DM, hey y'all, I posted, and that be that. But the whole like labor of it all, I don't like that part. I want it to be way more automated than it is. Number 13, how do you handle negativity or doubt when putting yourself out there? Honestly, I feel like the biggest contributor to negativity and doubt that I feel is internal. There's a voice in my head that is so, it has no optimism. That voice has all the pessimism in the world. And so with that being said, it's usually not external factors, it's usually me. And so just having better self-talk, just knowing exactly who you are is important, because if you don't know who you are and you don't have confidence, when you put yourself out there, finally you're going to make up all these stories and negatives about how people are going to receive what it is that you put out there. So I'm gonna give y'all an example. I sat on the video about us getting a car because I felt like the people that would engage with that video would be fake congratulators, because I don't feel like certain audiences engage with everything that I put on my channel. I know exactly who engages with majority of the stuff that I put on my channel, and then I know that when I have certain life events to happen, there's a certain crowd that comes with that life event and they give me congratulations, and I call that the fake congratulations. So I sat on the vlog because I was like, I don't want fake congratulations in my comment section. I don't want people who only believe in me when a major life change is happening to be leaving me comments. Where is the comments when there's not a major life change, when there's something else, like when there's just regular life going on? The reason why I say the negativity and doubt comes when you push yourself out there is because I held back one of my most beautiful creations that I have made this entire year. I love that vlog. I'm so proud of that vlog. It looks really, really good. I like that I stepped out of my comfort zone a little bit. I did more creative stuff than I would typically do, and due to the fact that I was able to do that, I should be proud. But I held back because I just knew that like people that usually don't say anything, we're just gonna come out the woodworks and start saying stuff. It's important for y'all to know that like if you're a good creative person, if you're a good motivational speaker, whatever it is that you're good at, just do that and be that, and don't talk yourself out of putting your art out there, putting your projects out there, putting your content out there because of how you see that people gonna perceive you. So most of the negativity resided within myself. I was getting positive congratulations, but my internal voice was just like, it's fake. I convinced myself that it was fake, that it wasn't real, and so it held me back from posting what I wanted to post. Don't let the internal voice hold y'all back, because most times it's the internal voice and you make up stories about what other people is thinking about what you're doing when you put yourself out there, and they don't even be thinking that. It's just something you made up in your head, but you don't know you made it up in your head because you really be feeling like it's true, and it's not true. Number 14. Okay, what's a dream collaboration you would love to do? A dream collaboration? Who do I really like? Y'all, I had to freaking take a drink to think about who my dream collaboration would be, because it's a lot of people that I enjoy watching their content and engaging with their content, but that don't necessarily mean I will make a video with them. So if I had to think about my dream collaboration, and this is probably a no-brainer, but it would be Lex P and Drea Nicole. Like, I want to be on Poor Minds and have a conversation with them on their couch, because I really like how their conversation just flows. They always got something to talk about. Their energy meshes really well. They have real topics. They don't just be getting on there talking. Like, real topics, real sociological stuff, real psychological stuff that impacts us, especially as Black people. I like their segments. I love how they share their bop of the week. I love how they share what they buying, what they vibing with, like the products that they like. It's all around good. And the reason why I picked Poor Minds specifically is because I work as a bartender, so it's only fitting that I would be on a show like that. Like, even though I'm not drinking right now, but they do mocktails. Yeah, like they got their own bartender on the show, and they just kiki over drinks, and it's a vibe. So if I had a dream collaboration, it would definitely be Lex P and Drea Nicole of Poor Minds. I don't know where I'm gonna end up in life or what, but if that was an opportunity that was presented to me, like, it would give me so much life. I would love that for me. So yeah, that would be my dream collaboration. It's a lot of people that I enjoy, that I like to watch. If I had to think about someone or a brand or platform that I would really enjoy to collaborate with and be on and not just engage, it would be Poor Minds. Number 15, if you could make one type of content for the rest of your career, what would it be? wellness. Like, that's a no-brainer. I would do wellness and spirituality content, grounded morning routine, easy yoga poses for beginners, my top 5 spirituality books, what is the law of attraction, significance of amethyst, all those type of videos. Like, I would just do all those things. What I eat in a day, how I shifted my mindset, how I changed my reality, how I manifested this, how I stepped into abundance with this and that. Like, that would be the content that I would make, because I feel like that's the content that really has value, it has substance. And if I had to think of the mark that I would want to leave behind, I just want to be felt like I was passionate about something that really mattered, and something that was holistic and full and had substance and was wholesome. And I don't necessarily feel like daily vlogs give that per se. So yeah, wellness and spirituality 100%. And not that I knew that would be the next section, because I literally just asked ChatGPT to give me these questions and I didn't read anything. I just let them come up with the questions and then I scrolled to the bottom, but I didn't read them one by one. The next section is spirituality and self-growth. I cannot make this up. Number 16, what's the self-care ritual that has transformed your life? Taking a nap and not feeling guilty about it. Go to sleep. Number 17, if you had to describe your spiritual journey in one word, what would it be? Hard. Very, very hard. A second contender would be challenging. Very, very challenging. Shit's not easy. It's not easy at all. Not even in the littlest bit. Number 18, have you ever had an experience with manifestation that blew your mind? Every day. Nah, I'm joking. Not every day, but I would say at least annually something blows my mind. So what's something that I manifested that blew my mind? I don't know. I've manifested flights, all expense paid trips. I've manifested jobs, money, just all those tangible things in the world. And I really think that I can manifest those type of things because of, one, I have a pure heart, I got good intentions, I put good out into the world, so I feel like law of karma, I get good back. But also due to me being a Taurus, they rule the material world, so I feel like those things are just easily attained. Honestly, my biggest flex was like manifesting like international trips, having my flights paid for, or having my accommodations paid for. Like, that's a big manifestation that little me would be saying that, oh, I'm gonna be a girl of the world, but didn't know how I was gonna get there coming from the hood. But when you actually travel and be around the world outside of your neighborhood, it's really mind-blowing. And to some people, that's just every day. Taking trips, traveling, it's every day. But we didn't take trips like that. We didn't get on planes. We drove in a car and we went to the same place every year, multiple times a year. So the fact that I've been to other countries, even though it's not a whole bunch of countries, is really something that I can say that I manifested for myself just by affirming that I'm a girl of the world. So yeah, that's crazy. Number 19, what's the most unexpected way the universe has shown you a sign? Unexpected? Most unexpected way the universe has showed you a sign. I don't know if any of you guys have experiences with that feeling that's kind of like deja vu. So there will be certain times that I will see something in a dream, or I would see it as a vision in my head before it actually happens, and then I'll come around to that thing within a specific amount of time and it will just come. So I would say mostly in dreams, but you gotta pay attention to your dreams and like really interpret them to like know it's coming. But I would say it happens mostly in a dream, or I could be daydreaming and kind of zone out in a sense and just be in the clouds and spirit will show me things. The reason why I say that it's unexpected is because you will see it and think nothing of it, but then when it happens in real life, it's like I've been here before. And so that's what makes it unexpected, because you can have a dream and nothing comes of it. You can daydream and nothing comes of it. When it shit happen in real life, you just be like, oh, this is crazy. This is real crazy. Number 20, if you could tell your younger self one thing, what would it be? Don't go to college. Wait. Don't go to college. Wait. That's what I was telling my younger self. Like, I literally thought that was the only option. I'm so mad that nobody told me that I could just go get a job. Nobody told me that I could just go be an entrepreneur. Everybody was so stuck on going to college. If I could tell my younger self one thing, I'll be like, don't go to college. And she would be like, girl, you're crazy. I'm going anyway. I'm smart. I'm intelligente. I get all A's. That's literally the only path. And I would just want her to know that it's not the only path. There's so many paths that you can take. Do not go to college. Okay, y'all, so we made it to the end of the video and we are at our wild card question. If y'all made it to this point, definitely leave a pink heart in the comment section down below, because it is Valentine's Day week as I'm filming this video. And so yeah, y'all leave y'all pink hearts in the comments if y'all made it this far. I appreciate you so much. So let's get into this wild card question, baby. It was the moment that we were all waiting for. Me too. Okay, what's one question you wish people would ask more of you often? I wish people would, and this is so funny, the girl who said that acts of service is not her love language, I wish people would be like, what can I do for you? I feel like I do so much, like, when it comes to my connections and like pouring into them, but I feel like it's rarely a time where people pour into me. I feel like I'm poured into abundantly and like in an overflow amount as it relates to romantic, but platonically people rarely say, what can I do for you, Unique? What can I do to make your life easier? What is something that you wish that you knew how to do that I know how to do? What can I teach you? That's what I be wanting to know. Can somebody ask me that? That is like the one thing. Like, what can I do for you? How can I help? That is one thing. I think that because I'm the strong friend, or I'm the one who like people come to for advice, people don't think I need advice, people don't think that I need help, and I just be out here trying day by day, scratching and surviving, hashtag good times, and trying to figure this shit out. And it be hard, like trial and error, it be hard. And I know that for me, if there has been something that has been a challenge in my life, I like to show up in a way for my people so that they don't have to go through things as hard as I did, because I've been through that. I know what it's like, and I can kind of like forewarn you a little bit of challenges or things that might come up. And a lot of times people don't want to hear that. A lot of times they want to just experience it on their own and figure it out on their own, and I'm more than welcome for them to do that. But I do feel like I want more reciprocation when it comes to like my platonic connections. I want people to ask me to hang out more. I want people to ask me, what is it that I need more? I want people to ask me, how can I show up for you more? Because that's something that I need, like, in my life from a platonic perspective. It's definitely like for them to just ask me like, how can I help? Because I be needing a whole bunch of help. I might not look like it, but I do. I need a lot of help. So yeah, y'all, that is my Q&A. Shout out to ChatGPT for getting 21 juicy questions for me. If y'all enjoyed this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And if you are not a part of my membership channel, then baby, what is you doing? That's where you can get exclusive content behind the scenes about my day-to-day life that I do not post on the main channel. And we lit over there or whatever. So definitely click the join button. There's a link in the description box down below to join my membership space, because girl, it's a good time. It's a good time over there or whatever. Not only do you get to see main channel videos super early, but you also can be in our Instagram DM and we chat it up over there, which is really exclusive. So yeah, join my membership space. You'll be happy you see it. I have a spirituality channel. It's called The Unique Journey. I have a podcast. It's called Journey Free Podcast. So if y'all want to connect with me further, the link's gonna be in the description box down below. And if y'all like these type of videos, then definitely let me know in the comment section down below as well. So thank y'all so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and until next time, I will see y'all on my next video. Bye, journeys.
Love yours. No such thing. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing. No such thing. Heart beating fast, let a nigga know that he alive.